Welcome back to All the Crackers in the Box. Hi, it's me, your friend Corey, with my sparkle nails. Okay, so this one, of course, is still very, very small. There's no way it's anywhere near the size I need. So, yeah, I'm just gonna work on this one today because I really want to get my projects further quicker. I mean, the cushier hexie cardigan I'm working on, the size wait for blah blah blah, wait for wait, is flying through. I'm already through two skeins and I'm ready to start the second side on the second week, where this has taken me months and months, being that it's a fine weight, understandable. That is how fine weights work. So I do accept that as the bane of my existence. Not really. But it is going to be a long, long time before this one's done. Unless I really, really buckle down and give it a lot of time. But that's a lot of effort. I don't know if I'm going to do that. Anyways, super glad you're here today to hang out while I work on this project today, and I hope you have a fun project too. Let's get going. Okay. Well, I don't feel cleaning out my yarn bowl. It is lovely and full of crochet hooks that I'm using for different projects, so I'd have them quick and easy for beside me. Where I normally like to sit and crochet, watch my stories, do my things, do my thinking, my planning, my research, my shopping, all of it from the comfort of my giant bed, which is quite all right. Still looking for a nice chair for my corner where I keep all my stuff, like my yarn, but I'm not liking how that corner is looking, so that is why I haven't updated how moving things around went. It didn't. It just switched the wall. It didn't improve anything, so I'm very disappointed. It's back to the drawing board. I may have to get some shelving or possibly put away into storage my big antique family heirloom desktop, which is beautiful, but I'm feeling like the wood's not doing very well on it, so I may have to do that just to see if I can preserve it. I'll have to do some research on how to properly bring it back to life if I can, or find myself a nice furniture maker who might be able to help me restore it. So I don't know if I'd be able to do it myself. Don't have the space or the tools. Well, yeah, some of the tools, but not enough of the tools, if that makes any sense. I don't have a sander, but maybe I'll just put a sander on my list of things I'd like to buy because don't think I'll be doing that anytime soon now. But I will probably be finding a way to store up that thing just because I have a piece or two missing. I need to get new chains. There's a bunch of it I need to really fix, and it's very unsturdy. I have a small shelving unit under it, but I also have a electric fireplace behind it that I just feel like is wasting my space. I don't know if I want to keep it. I'm deciding. I might actually want to have it so I can turn it on and see the light on it, especially with my children being scared of the dark and whatnot. So that might be a nice little additive to my bedroom or even somewhere else in the house. Who knows? So far, I have not found anywhere I like it. So it might be just one of those items I keep because it is actually a heater, and that's what the main reason why we want to keep it. You never know if you might need it if your furnace suddenly dies. At least I have an electric fireplace I can throw on, and yes, I keep it clean. I vacuum it often to keep it from getting too dusty. and I test it every 6 months to be sure that it's still in good working order. So I think I'm doing all the right steps. I just don't leave it plugged in when it's not in use, so it isn't sipping on um, any sideways power, because sometimes that happens. Anyways, working on this one for so long. I'm very disappointed in my storage capacities around here. I have some improving to do. It's okay, and I will figure it out. I had a customer a couple days ago get really upset with me over some policies of shipping that I have no control over. Argued with me, got all upset with me, and yesterday, on Friday, 'cause today's Saturday in my world, he came in and brought me 4 beautiful tulips as an apology because it wasn't my fault. I wasn't doing anything to be mean, and he just really was having a bad day, and it was just like another thing in his day, and he took it out on me and felt really bad about it later. So that was really nice of him, and I really did appreciate the effort and the gesture. Um, yeah, it happens quite a bit. People get frustrated and they take it out on the retail person, and it's not, it's because they have nowhere else to push that out. And that happens. That is part of retail, and that I understand. And I would have been fine even without the flowers, but that was just a really nice gesture, and I really appreciated it. So I have them sitting in my room in a beautiful vase. I will try to remember to pop a picture in just because they are lovely. I don't get flowers very often. I'm not a big flower girl. Like, I love flowers, don't get me wrong. I just don't like, I don't like them to die, so I like to have plants so that I can watch them grow over years. Flowers come and go, yes, and they are very pretty, but I just don't like watching them wilt and all that. But I will take it in this case because it was just a lovely thought and just really appreciated the apology. It is nice to hear once in a while because a lot of times you take a lot of abuse and people will never tell you that they're sorry for treating you really bad. But we are trying. We are trying. I live in a lovely community where people are very helpful and very nice, and that's what a few people who have moved to the area have told me. They cannot believe how beautiful it is to be in our community, and a lot of us are really trying to make sure that we keep that vibe. It's definitely something you have to work on and help each other through and treat each other with respect. And if things go bad, like you had a bad day and snapped on someone, apologize. It's not that hard. You had a bad moment. It happens to all of us. But I'm trying really hard to just push out the positivity instead of the negativity because it's not helpful. There's so much negativity out there that hopefully some positive smile, a nice gesture of being helpful and kind to a person and just all that good stuff will go far, hopefully, for people's days. That's what I hope, anyways. Kindness spreads. I do believe that. Somebody comes up a little grumpy, you're really nice, and you kind of help them feel a little better. And maybe they can be kind to the next person instead of aggressive and mean. So, that's just my thoughts on that. Anyway, it's really nice. Really nice. Oh, goodness. A couple of my coworkers were trying to tell me to try to make my husband jealous with it. Of course, he wasn't jealous with it. He knows darn well that I would absolutely not accept some flowers from someone who is trying to be romantic towards me. So, you know, and I told him right away. I was like, oh yeah, a customer who got upset with me yesterday. We found flowers today as an apology. The kids don't quite understand it, but my husband's sort of like, ah. I know this person's not in a position to be flirting with you because that would not work with you. And they don't know you at all to know that you would prefer to have give me a succulent that blooms or something like that so I can watch it grow. And that was his other clue that, it wasn't really a flirty situation or someone thinking that there's more to the situation than there is, because it was just that. And yeah, anyway, I have pretty flowers and I'm quite touched by that, and that is it. Anyway, working with this Lion Brand yarn has been a little tricky because this skein was the tangly one. So I did have to ball it up. I'm not going to bother throwing it onto my winder because my winder is kind of in a spot where it's hard to get at, and all my plants that I've been collecting lately are all on that shelf that I use for yarn winding, and I don't really have a space to put them elsewhere so they don't get knocked over. I think I have two that have decided to give up the ghost and have not made it through the cold season, and that does happen. They were ones that weren't doing well at my store, and I brought them home to see if I could maybe make it work, but no, did not work out. That's okay. I've got a couple in my corner at work that are probably going to end up finding their way home because that's usually how it goes. I pick a couple, I take care of them over there for a little bit, and then I take them home. My first one, Melanie, she's doing wonderful. She got a little cold a couple times, but I've got a very good growing light now. I had a one that forced blooms, so it was mostly a red hue, and I didn't really like what it was doing to my plants, so I think that's what kind of kicked the two over because they were small ones and they were not doing well with the blooming light. But now I have a full spectrum light and it seems to be doing a lot better there. So that's exciting stuff. I like my plants to grow nice because they look really good with my rock and roll gnome that I bought myself for my birthday. Because he's pretty awesome with his black snow inside his golden, what do you call those? Snow globe. Yeah, gold snow globe. Just a lot of fun. Just trying to make my environment somewhere that I want to be when I'm not out and about. So my home is my castle, and my home is where I have my enjoyment, where I have my fun, where my sweet stuff is. There we go. And we're going to chain two. And do another 3 double crochets into the same chain space. See that beautiful sparkle on this yarn. It is so full of sparkle. Two and there we go. I'm just going to keep going around and around till this thing gets to the size, well, to the end of the skein, and then I have, I think, pretty much what I need for the two halves. But I have a feeling that I'm going to have to build a middle piece down sides, or just keep going on each of them, maybe 2 skeins on each side. I have not decided yet. I'll have to see what it looks like when I get the two and see how much space I will need to make it the size I want for me. So I'm not making this for somebody else. This is definitely putting this much effort for myself because I need to do this for myself. I always put myself last, and this is one time that I am doing something that I like. Well, I've got a few going, but it's been years and years of me just sacrificing and giving up the things I like or want to do for everybody else is good. So buying a little yarn and throwing some crochet at it to make something I will like is totally acceptable, and I'm not going to ever change my stance on that because, I have to find some joy in my life too. I mean, my kids are joyful, but they're also very stressful. And there's a lot to do with being a parent, being a wife, taking care of stuff. I mean, we're coming up on tax season, and I've already got requests coming out in my ears to get people's taxes going, so that's something I have to do this weekend. Oh, and I have to start steam cleaning the floors because the floors look absolutely horrid. So, I mean, a little crochet for just me is totally a-okay. And it's muchly needed for my mental health, to be honest. It brings me calmness, brings me focus, and it makes me very, very happy to do it. How can I go wrong then? 2 and 3. And we're going to go 1, 2, and 3. All right. Some crazy is saying that this shape will fold and eventually become a sweater. Nice little cardigan. Let's look at the size here. Now it's not looking any bigger, is it? No, it definitely is not. We're not even through a full row. That's how long these ones take. The 4-weight, I definitely get the rows done way quicker because I mean they are thicker and these stitches are so tiny. They are double crochets, but they are tiny, tiny, tiny little stitching, which is what I expected and what I was wanting out of this yarn, being that it struck me, inspired me, and grabbed me in the store, and I had to have more. I do not regret buying it. I think it's going to be something that I'm going to enjoy wearing and have a good time with, which is exactly what I want. And coming around again to yet another corner, because there's 6 of them. Really? For reals? Come on. Stay on the hook. And right through into this corner. Cluster up 3, chain 2, and then another cluster of 3, all in the same chain hole, chain space, whatever you call it. Because I notice people call it different things all the time. But that's okay. It's the same thing, just with another name. Isn't that what Shakespeare said? A rose by any other name still smells as sweet. Isn't that the quote? Pretty sure. Anyway, thanks for joining me here today at All the Crackers in the Box. And let's just put this up so we can take a look at our size here. We're getting there. This could fit an infant. Anyways, thanks for joining me today, and I'll see you again very soon. Bye.